Hello. Can you hear me now?
Headphones on.
And we're live.
We're live.
Audio's on.
We're live. Oh, wow. It's better than being dead.
It's just the disclaimer song.
Yeah, right. Attention, everybody. The views and opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of Acts Ministry, Acts Media Group, or its affiliates, subordinate ministries, and or nonprofit.
Some of the content.
And some of this content.
Some of the content may not be suitable for kids because it's spoken as an adult.
Watch what your kids are listening to. After all, we don't want to be at fault.
Nice. The views and opinions expressed on the show are not necessarily those of Acts Ministry,
It says it's streaming, but
Acts Media Group, and or its affiliate.
I don't see it on Facebook.
And subordinate ministries and or nonprofits. What? The green screen? Well, you'll have to, all right, so scroll until you see
Yeah,
that
there it
part
is.
and the little four square. You know what I mean? And just click on that and merge it over. I know that sounds like an 80s song by Extreme. No, actually,
I
it's
like
not.
80s songs.
This is that song by
I'm
Extreme.
from the 80s.
Where mine is.
Why did I lose the four square?
That was Dennis's. It's Dennis's fault. He probably deleted it on accident or something.
No, I didn't delete anything. What did I delete? Oh, yeah, you can still blame it on me anyway. I mean, that's okay. That's fine. Oh, it's good practice, though. See, he's
Yeah.
getting it.
Welcome to the learning curve, everybody. My name is Matt. I guess I'm the ringleader of this crazy bunch here.
Oh,
but
yeah. I'm Dennis, and I graduated high school in 1984, so
I was born in 1980.
they even have businesses in town called 1984 because it was such a great year.
What?
We will have a virtual studio.
Ah, do you remember how to do that? I can sing a song until we get.
Yeah. Let's do the learning curve song.
Yeah.
See how I'm not getting to the thing where I can.
Okay, so I'm gonna run you through this again.
Oh, it's because this is moved over.
It's
off
moved
the
over
screen.
off the screen somehow.
What has?
Just he was looking for things that were on the left, but the window was so far over to the left that that part wasn't seen on the screen. It had traveled off the screen.
How did it do that?
It's all good
Is
now.
it the one with the green screen stuff and the overlays and all that?
Yeah, it's all good now. It's just a matter of moving it back over.
Oh, that's weird. So this is the learning curve. We
I
do,
did that.
Yep.
huh?
I'm the one who did it.
It's all Jay's fault.
It's good though. See, then you learn something else. It's
Jay,
good when you can learn from other people's
be
mistakes,
patient with
but
Jay.
sometimes
He's
you got to
feeling-
learn from your own.
He's feeling crappy
From your own.
today.
Oh, remember we had this before? What was that?
The Chrome key you didn't set it up all the way. You didn't hit the number 2.
One was what we usually do.
Okay, 1, whatever works.
As long as the 4K is the Roland is the last layer, you can do whatever. So, and then just the learning curve. Did you get it? Do you want me to walk you through it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want me to walk you through it?
Probably better. Didn't need this.
All right, folks. This is all. That's what we're all about.
Does that have background as an option?
It does. It should.
Okay, background should be the
Background
Well, you
should
have
be
to
none,
turn-
right?
You
Learn-
have to
learning
turn
curve.
on the green screen effect for. Okay, you got that.
Yeah.
So you'll need to go to your
Background is none.
No, learning
No.
curve.
learning curve. Go click background and then click that. There you go. Learning curve. All right. Now, what is?
I did something that made one
Go
of
to
these full
camera.
screen.
There it is. Now,
What do you have for layer one? Is there anything on layer one? Because you don't. Yeah, take. Yeah. Oh no! Turn it to change it to the camera, right?
Yeah, you'll want that. Go ahead and make that 4K. Logitech. There you go.
There you go.
Boom. Now merge it over. There.
Or transition it over.
Transition. Fly it over, folks.
So what we were talking about with transitions, what we were actually, what I guess maybe it was the wrong term.
Is this mic on?
And we actually kind of worked on it through the week.
What do you mean?
I didn't hear him. I don't think I can hear him in the headphone.
Oh, are you hearing me? Am I just...
Oh, there. Okay.
Yeah, he was leaning way back here.
Is it because he was back here? Good.
Was the clumsiness of it and how we have too many different steps and how we wanted to set up inputs so that we had them like, okay, so we also want like the lead in
Mm-hmm.
so that we have a video
Yeah,
that's mostly just it's just audio with no audio.
with no audio. Are you talking about the video of your motorcycle ride?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You talking about when we were playing the videos off of that?
Yeah, so what we
That
were,
was-
what we were wanting to do is see with our show, your song, it's a minute and a half, I think, before we cut it out,
Mm-hmm.
our lead-in music. So that's a long transition. Well, if we do a video, see, and then there's multiple steps to it, and it gets kind of clumsy.
Okay.
You know, and it's hard to kind of coach somebody through that to get it done right. It's hard to even do it right. Like, and then there's banners, you know.
That you got to
that
get
way-
off.
We need to attach the banners to the right screen so that when we go over to the commercial, the banners go with it.
Well, that you just have to turn those off beforehand. There's.
But you had a way. But you showed me
bringing
a
them
way-
from previews, yes. But once you bring them over to previews, they stay on the screen until you click the 1 and 2 or whatever they are.
No,
on
but
there.
you showed me a way one time where it attached
Yeah.
it to the screen, and when you merged it, they went with it.
Yeah, but then it switches and stays there. That's just so you can preview the banners, bring them over with whatever you have there. But then whenever you merge it back, they stay on the screen. They don't stay with that slide after that. Once you merge them over,
When you set them as layers down here, they layer up on there, on whatever's up there.
Right.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
we don't
but-
want to do that because then we're clicking.
you're
through
talking
layers
about
again.
the left click or the right click on the number, and then it attaches itself on the preview side, which is that side. And then when you merge it over, they go with it.
Right.
But after that, it goes from yellow to green, and you have to shut them off individually. They won't go back they won't transition back.
Is there a way to?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think once you've got them up on your main screen, they stay there till you take them off down here.
But they don't stay on that particular slide. You have to
Right.
shut them off manually.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's no way to have them just stick with that slide.
No.
Well, yeah, there is. You would do it in the same way you do the virtual studio. Set up your layers, have them as layers
Oh,
on
yeah.
that. Then you're not you're not clicking on 1, 2, 3 down here. They won't be highlighted up here. They'll only be on that one.
Yeah.
So we
But
can
then-
do that.
But then figuring out, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just, I guess my brain works differently. That sounds
Right.
more complicated.
Yeah.
I mean, in the end, it would make it easier because you
The
just bring it
setup
up.
is complicated.
But then
Yeah.
remembering, but the problem is you'll have two inputs down below that are almost identical. and it'll be hard to figure out.
One will have the banners on it.
Yeah. But then, you might get lost. It might be underneath. I don't know. It just, to me, it's
Well,
easier.
see, but that's the problem that's happening right now, and we're not having, and we're, it looks unprofessional when we have the banners
Okay, so-
We just gotta-
over the commercial.
So take your virtual studio. Well, add an input. Add a banner as an input.
And so, what is this one? Is this where I want to put the layers, or is it here?
It's on
You'll
your
wanna make
virtual
a-
studio.
You'll make a
So it's
separate
this one.
virtual studio. A separate virtual
Down
studio.
below, isn't it?
So this one is this.
Oh,
and
that's
it's
the virtual
one
studio.
we're
Yeah,
watching.
that's
I can't
that's
see
the
what
one.
y'all
Yeah,
are talking about. You
So
want
what does
to.
this have? This is just the.
that's
roller
just your camera
set
and
up
your
with-
audio and all that.
with,
Yeah.
set up with green screen.
Yeah.
Active.
Yeah.
Now, in order to set up other layers, before you even start on that, you'll need to set up a second virtual studio with the 4 screens on it.
Yeah.
If you want to set up the layers with the banners on it, you'll have to do the input as the banner. You have to set that up and then size it to where you want it on the screen, and then add it as a layer
Yeah.
beforehand. Otherwise, it'll be
Yeah, you need to add the input first. So like,
And then can this be moved down so the things we're actually using are just what's on here, and we're not scrolling up and down? Because now that this is up, we don't access that for anything during the show.
right.
So it's no need for it to be there as a way to move it down to the end.
Try just dragging it and see what
You
it
have to
does.
click and drag it, and it'll replace something on there. But you'd have to do that. I mean,
Or try dragging the one that you want up.
Oh, it did work.
Yeah.
There.
So if you add an input of a banner that you normally use,
So I would add a virtual set.
no, just whatever your banner is that you normally use, wherever it is. Is it an image or?
it's in title.
It's an input.
Yeah.
Yeah, so input, but then what is it? Image? Okay, title. Okay. So whatever one you normally use.
We normally are using these.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about, like, it seems to me like it'll be difficult, like with
What we
Rooster.
do is we have 2 of them on one
Okay.
script set.
So just throw a title in if you want to, or you can just leave it like that, I guess.
Well, if
Learning
I have
curve.
2, do I bring up a second one?
Yeah.
Or we'll just leave it as headline and title, right?
Sure, why not?
Because we don't really have to spend the time.
Okay, now on your virtual studio.
Did I bring up a second one, or bring up a second
No,
one now?
the same one that you have. This
Right
one.
here.
So go on layer 3. Or actually layer 2. You don't have anything on layer 2, do you? 3's
No,
fine. It don't matter. 2. Oh, no. You set up the web as 2, so just go to 3
Yeah,
then.
and I really want the rolling to be 4. 4.
No,
Yeah, because it's the one we want in front of everything.
then it's going to cover the banner.
Oh, will it?
Yeah.
Oh.
You want it as number 1.
Well, because the green screen we want. That's the background.
That's the background. You keep going
But
closer
how-
and closer.
Isn't the background though? Isn't the green screen? So, right now this is layer 1, right?
No, it's
The
background.
learning curve is background.
Yeah.
What about when we put up a title?
You want that to be in front of your video, so you want it to be a layer
No.
above your video.
No, like if we put text on this green screen background, we don't want it.
Oh, you're only putting it on the background? Okay.
No. But that's what I mean is we need those layers open, spots open.
Oh, no.
I'm trying to.
If you're wanting to put it just on the background, then you'd go to your background.
No, I'm trying to leave room systematically so that we always know that, oh, if we're going to add something to the green screen background, we have an open spot. We don't have to move it then.
Okay, what are you wanting to add to the background?
So if we say move text to the background.
Okay, then you just
Like
do it.
right here, you know how it says the morning drive and
Right.
it says what we're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So we want the layers always to be open to be able to add that like it's a template instead of having to rearrange it all.
You
'Cause
just,
then
you just do it on the background then. I thought you were wanting to put like your banners and stuff
I am.
in
Yeah.
front of
Yeah.
the other stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I want the banners to be in front, but then I want to be able to add text in here.
Okay, well let's do one or the
So-
other. Right now we're
Well,
set
but
at
the thing is, we always do both. That's what I'm saying about the transition is knowing where things are and how to move them and put them in there without always having to change everything.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
What do you want to transition from to?
Right. So, okay, we'll stick with the banners right now. But I'm just going to set this up like this, and let's see how it works. So we have
So
the
your
background
Yeah.
is
Learning
the
curve. Layer 1, you want to be the Roland.
No, I want layer 4, don't I? Oh, this
No.
only has 4 layers.
You want layer 1. You want to
So
keep
we'll make
you want to keep building from the back up.
on the green screen or on the whole thing. Because there's another thing where it has 10 overlays.
Where are you adding the banner?
The banner in the front.
Front of everything.
So it would be 4. The banner would be 4,
Sure.
right?
Yep.
And if I have 2 banners, would I need 2?
Yeah. If they can layer on top of each other, yes.
They can.
You're always building from the back up. So your background is the learning curve. Layer 1 would be the Roland.
So layer 1 can't be the Roland because layer 1 has to be able to be open for a text like so.
Layer 1 would be the Roland.
Because the text goes on the green screen. Like if we have to write a message or a title,
Then you just go to the green screen. You just go to your
just go to the green screen
your image.
here.
Yeah, whatever the image is, you can.
We can put it there.
Yeah,
and that'll still be on green screen.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you're changing the
But
image,
see, there's no title editor
right? You'd have to add it to that as another layer on that one,
on this one. Oh,
Yeah.
see, that's where I get confused.
right?
Okay. So then I want to do layer 1 is the Roland.
Mm-hmm. And then layer 2 will be your
Well, see, now wait a minute. Now we have it there.
Well, let me see what you got for layer 1.
Layer 1.
That's not the Roland. I think you got the.
Yeah, that's the Roland.
Is it that one? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
See, that's the one that's got to be the text. I don't understand. How did that happen?
Where's the background? Show the background again.
Right here.
No, show where you got the background set up here. The learning curve.
Yeah. That's what we want, right?
Yep, that should be right.
And then layer 1, the Roland. It's because I have the Roland on 2 things.
Oh wait, no. Put this
Yeah.
up here.
So we'd make this none.
Oh yeah. Yep. Well, that's funny.
What is going on now? That is weird.
How did it do that? Is there a layer 3? No. Layer 4? No. Layer 1, background. Learning curve.
Are you checking out?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I'm just sitting here, so you guys. I've tried to say things numerous times, and you guys are doing your thing. So I'll let you guys finish it.
Well, you should come over here and talk to us so that so you can see what we're doing.
Well,
And help us.
Nobody's watching anyways, so.
Whoa.
Yeah, see, we don't know why this is happening.
It's because you're using
This.
yeah.
Is that wrong?
Oh, is that
Yes.
not? That's not your virtual studio, is it?
Yeah, no, that's the background. You want to take that out?
Oh yeah. That's what it was. You weren't on the.
No.
Oops.
See now.
So where is the virtual studio?
It's down here.
So how did you guys do that?
No.
Oh no, it's not.
Scroll up. You want the background to be, click on the, make that the learning curve pick.
Which is what
Now.
we had, right?
Click on this. No, the other one. where it says background. What's on, click layer 1, see what's on layer 1. All right, click on that. All right, now click on layer, go back up and go to layer 2. Click on that, layer 2. All right, so I don't know how we got that. Oh,
How did it resize like that?
all right. So go to layer 1 again.
This is what I'm having a problem with. Is I don't understand why it's not working. Doesn't work consistently. Because I run into this kind of stuff
Because-
all the time.
Well, I mean, that's because we just got to do it. I mean, when you do it, I don't know, it's complicated. The reason why we have a hard time figuring out why it's doing it is because it's...
We don't know what it did.
Right. So, all right, scroll all the way down. Where do you have... Keep going through these until you find...
Something else open.
Yeah, that's what I tried. Layer 2 is nothing.
All right, go to layer 3. I think it's on layer 3.
I bet I put it's because
Layer
I have
4?
4 the Roland.
No,
No?
No.
no, that should be right the way it's set up.
No? Go back to...
Did we add a layer to that one?
Oh, I think I know what you did. What is... Let's see. That's the pick. And are these the only 4 things you have open?
Yeah.
Other than there's
Well,
a
we got
banner.
a banner, but we're not using it yet.
Okay. So, to scratch, go layer, try background. All right. That's the learning curve. Okay. Now go to layer 1. All right. So click on this.
Let's try the other camera and see what it does. Oh,
Yeah.
it does it the
See, it's
same
something
way.
with the sizing.
How did it resize it? You didn't push anything on positioning,
No.
How did that happen?
and it's the right size here.
Double click on this. Learning curve pick. Oh, go to edit right there.
And is that the same place?
Okay, no, on the back one. Go back, X out of that. Double click on this again. All right, so go back here to layers and multi-view. Click on this, edit, click edit. Reset this. And reset, right down here.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
I don't know how it got.
You were right here.
He never went there.
I mean, you may have adjusted it thinking it was...
No, he never went there. That's what's weird that it got resized. But so anyway, then all you'd have to do to add the banners go to layer 2.
Yeah, it's like add them as layers.
Well, how can we add text onto this?
You'd have to
You go into this
add
one.
text onto this, and it'll be on that.
You go into this one, then you'd add the text there.
Which one is text?
You go down to, well, no, that's adding stuff. You want to X out of that. You want to just
Open it in
double
the
click
input?
on that.
No.
Oh, you have to make the thing with the text first as an input. Anything you want to add on
Another
there,
input.
Yeah,
add it as an input. So X out of that. If you're wanting to add text.
So what we need is a system where this
the
and
the
text
setup
are
is
moving down.
the setup is what takes the time.
You
There's
have to manually move it.
there's no way.
Yeah, we do need to do that and make sure that's
Is
done.
that broke?
That's part of the problem that we're having live is that when we're going through these, we have to scroll up and down and move stuff, and sometimes we have
Yeah.
to use something on both different.
Yeah.
Well, and you can.
And then we've got stuff we don't click on at all. Up
Yeah,
here
you're
in
you're
cities.
probably your first ones you normally open. You don't use much, so you wouldn't have to leave them up. You could drag and drop and put them in order. But the hard part is your setup.
What is that?
That just moved the mixer so you have room for 5 up here, and yeah, I think you have room for 1 more.
Yeah.
So you don't
But
have
once
to
you get it set
We
up,
could still move that to the end, and it would
Yeah.
drop
You'd
down.
have to click and
So like we can move the commercial up here because we're going to use it.
yeah, and save
Yeah.
it like that.
well, and let's
Yeah.
say
When you're done with the commercial, you'd have to click and move it manually, and it's just way more complicated. It doesn't have an automatic deal where it moves on.
On what?
It doesn't automatically move things. You have to click and drag it
Right,
yourself.
but what another thing is like, so what I mean by transitions is that we have guests on and they're live, we've got banners set up for them, and then we've got the banners on different rows, and we're scrolling through to bring banners up and bring banners down, and then if they're on the wrong person, you know, that is so slow
Yeah,
that we don't,
we'd have to really and
it's unprofessional. It
And
doesn't
Johnny
look
needs,
professional.
and Johnny will have to keep them setting where they are. Like the last Friday, I think, they switched places, and that was, just had to go over and move one to the other, and and it's basically to move this on there. You just double click on that. Just double click on the input you want to move.
This one?
Yeah. And then you're already in that click position.
And then you drag it.
And then that's 2. So you'll want to go click that and make it main because you're moving it on the actual input itself. And it makes it a lot easier. And you're sizing it on the input itself, So you're not actually sizing it on there, you're sizing it here, but it's moving position on there. Just think of the input as a square. And wherever you want, and it's a square that matches our camera, where we are. And if you want this to be down in the bottom, move it on the square that is its own input. So like on this.
Can we add a layer 2 to this so that the other banners are on there?
Yeah,
And
probably.
build a long banner across the bottom?
See how it's moving on the screen relative to where it is here?
Can you resize that banner itself?
Yeah,
The length of it?
yeah.
Just the length?
Yeah, so these are all like this. Oh wait, that moves it.
Zoom, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, see how it changes
Yeah.
its...
Yeah, if you just
Yes.
only do one,
Yeah.
height or length, then it's gonna make it,
Crop it. See these right here?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so this one is the one. Oh wait, this is... You can crop whatever side. Where am I doing here?
Why
Well,
isn't
you
it?
gotta let
That
go.
should be changing it there.
Oh, it is. Yeah. See?
Yeah, there it
Oh,
goes.
okay, that's what I needed. So it's the crop.
And then
X
these
to
two are this
Y
way.
to-
Whatever side they're on is the side that you'll be cropping on. See how this is to the far left?
Oh.
That crops it up and down. The one on the bottom crops it this way.
Oh.
See what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you would size it like, let's say you want to make them even. So you'll reset this to here and reset this. All right, so now that's the size that it is. If you like the size of the writing on there, now remember, when you crop it, if you have any writing here, it's going to cut it off as well.
If you crop it past
Yes.
where the lettering is.
Right.
But that's what the problem was I had 2 banners. I had 3 people on the screen. The 2 on the left were the guests. So I needed a banner under each one of them.
Right.
They overlapped each other and you
So-
couldn't read them.
Yeah,
I needed to get a 3rd banner to fill in the end as just blank.
Yeah.
Because it just didn't look right. But I couldn't build that.
If you have to do something live, it's really hard to do because it takes time and
You
it's,
can turn the live button off, but now
Not
I
when
don't
you're
see
moving.
it.
No, I mean as far as timing, like you're wanting to add stuff, but you don't have it prepared ahead of time.
Right.
It's hard to do.
hard, yeah.
Yeah, it's because it takes time to do it all.
How come right now it's not saying live? It doesn't give me the live option.
Because you're actually, it only does that with the typing on here.
Only when text
Only
editor.
whenever you're in text editor.
Does
So
text editor
now,
give me the option to?
if you want to crop that, so let's say we have it where it originally was, right? Which is right here. And you wanted to crop it, but you don't want to cut the wording off. You'd have to X out of this, and then right click and go to text editor. Like, let's do this. So it's going to make it like really long, right? All right. So what you do is you'll just hit minus,
And we have sometimes titles longer
yeah, until it all fits. Right?
Oh, right.
And then, like, let's say you want to cut it down to where this says description, right? You cut that to where it's small enough. Now, that's actually a lot bigger to other people because they're looking at it in full screen. Then you would X out of this, and then double click on this. It's already in position, me. All right.
Now I'm gonna crop
Now
it
you can crop it
to fit it under
like
the
that,
person.
and then crop it up here.
So the title editor is where you would adjust the
The
text,
size of the text. All right. See,
and you can go live or.
and then down,
There it is on screen.
and then click and drag it underneath. And you can do that. Change the size of the wording on each on the input on the.
So we
Title
don't
editor.
have to do that. We can have one banner the length of the whole width, like crop it. Instead of cutting it, we can increase it, right? Can we?
Yes.
So that the banner goes all the way across, one banner?
No, it'll only
It
go
will-
so far.
It'll
You can
distort it, I think, if you.
Yeah, if you try to stretch it, it'll distort it and make it all.
There are some of the one. Well, let's see. Well, no, it's not the banners. It's the text ones that go all the way across, I think.
Yeah, the tickers.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I don't know if there's any banners that go all the way
so you
across.
do have to build it as an input, and so I could add on this one input, can I stack all three banners there so that I can adjust the sizes?
no, you have to do it
And
individually.
It has to be individual, 1, 2,
Yeah,
and 3.
there's no getting around it unless you know way ahead of time. Now this is I'm gonna blow y'all's minds here. All right, so there's that. X out of that, and let's why is that down
Oh, I added it earlier
there?
as a layer. Go to layers.
Yeah, that's yeah. Then you can add that as a layer, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
So,
what you can do is, but we have to know way ahead of time.
right.
All right. So let's say, yeah, let's do this. Let's add that layer. All right, and
So
then
which one are you on? Oh,
I'm
you're
on this slide, and I'll show you why here in just a second. Let's add an input. Let's go to title. You can build these the day before.
I just don't feel good, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
You're fun.
All right. Okay. Now you want to adjust this one. Let's have that on the far side here. So, and you have to mess with it and get them.
Yeah, arranged ahead of time so it
Yeah.
comes up as.
Yeah, and a good way to do that too is to kind of keep track of if you're doing the same kind of banners, keep track of your sizes on here. Then you can have them both the same basic size and everything,
And
or you can eyeball it. But if you really want to get technical,
It comes
yeah,
up pretty bad.
yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking with mine. It's probably better to pay attention to what the numbers are and just go with the same numbers
now,
for sizing.
Because it should be a third, really.
yeah. And whatever. Okay, so you can build whatever you want, and then like add this here, layer multi-view, and then
Oh, okay.
all right.
I think I see what you're saying.
Now we'll need to edit the size because it's covering up the other one. Well, oh, I put it on one. Dadgummit. So move this over here to this side, and then we'll add the other blue zip to 2. All right, so there's that.
How did you know that was the one?
Well,
Oh,
because
title.
the where it is, like it goes in order of when you added it.
Okay.
So this is the last blue zip, and that is the second to last blue zip on the whatever, what have you. All right. So let's say you wanted this, like let's say we put them all both right here, and we wanted them up here. You could, whatever you build, you can merge over to this, and then you can take a picture of it and make it a photo input. Like, you would do this,
Then you can delete those and go back in and make it.
test photo. Right? So that's a test photo, and we'll put it on desktop. And you click save. Well, now this right here is a photo that's saved on the front.
And that includes us.
That includes us. So you would have to trim it or what have you.
So I could do it with just this
Yeah,
or this.
yeah,
Or,
you could.
so I can.
And then add them as a. I don't know. All right, now
We
they
are done. We're out.
we are.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us on that today.
And if you merge to that one, you won't have any of the overlays.
Go get a video play.